Hello students, welcome in part 2. So in part 2 we are going to revise module 2. So what we had learnt in module 2, we had sentence dictation and listen and answer, which we have not completed. Then we had learnt about antonyms. We had learnt antonyms, we had learnt about punctuation marks, we had learnt about message writing, and we had learnt about a diary entry, that is a diary writing. So we are going to revise all these topics again. So let's see about antonyms. So we have learnt about antonyms. What are antonyms? Antonyms means opposites. Antonyms means opposites. Antonyms are also called opposites. We have completed all the exercises. Yes, we have completed exercises of antonyms in workbooks. So we are going to learn some new words also. So first of all, what are antonyms? Antonyms are words that have opposite meaning. These are some examples of antonyms. So let's see the examples. What are the examples of antonyms? Down, up, and this sign we use always to show that it is a antonym. In, out, in, out. This one is yes, no, yes, no. Then wet, and the antonym is dry. Wet, dry. The word is happy, and what is the antonym for happy? Sad. Happy, sad. The word is full, and what is the antonym for full? That is empty. Full, empty. Here, after. The word is after, and what is the antonym for after? Before. Always. The word is always, and what is the antonym for always? Never. Next word is ugly. What is the antonym for ugly? Beautiful. Ugly, beautiful. Next word is awake. And what is the antonym for awake? Asleep. Means who is sleeping. Next word is below. And what is the antonym for below? That is above. Above is up. So these are some examples of antonyms. So we are going to complete or solve a simple exercise. Now see, these are the words and we have to find the correct antonym for each word. Now students, you can see in each word like gloom. Gloom is sad. So happy is also opposite word. Glad is also a opposite word. Happy and glad. Tiny, tiny is very little. So huge and large both are opposite word for tiny. Wrong. So opposite word is correct also and false also in some cases. Here we will not use false. Then end which is a end is a finish. So start is also a opposite word and begin is also a opposite word. Easy. Easy is simple. So hard is also opposite word. Tough is also a opposite word. Over. Over. So what is opposite word for over? That is under also and below also. So there are two opposite word for each word given here. Okay. Now after antonyms we had learnt about punctuation marks. So we had learnt about 4 punctuation marks. So you can see the symbols of punctuation marks. So identify the symbols which are given here. So the first one, this is the symbol for question mark. This is the symbol for question mark. Now this second, This is the symbol for full stop. This is the symbol for full stop. Next, this. Now, this one. This is the symbol for exclamation mark to show emotions, to show expressions. This is exclamation mark. And the last, comma. This is comma. Comma is to show somewhere for pause, and it also separate three or more things. So these are the 4 question marks we had learnt in module 2. Now students, we will see where do we use these punctuation marks. So we use full stop, where full stop is placed at the end of the sentence or a statement at the end. Comma. Comma is used to separate 3 or more words or items in a list. When there is a list, we separate the list by giving a comma. One more use that I am used to separate the person addressed from the rest of the sentence. When we are addressing somebody, then after that we have to put comma. For example, here Rohan, sit down. So after Rohan, comma is used. Then we also use question marks and exclamation marks. So when a question mark is used, it is placed at the end of a question. Question mark is always used at the end of the sentence. And next is exclamation mark. So when exclamation mark is used, it is placed at the end of a sentence that show emotions. So what kind of emotion can be there? It can be happiness, it can be excitement, it can be frustration, or it can be anger. So these kind of emotions, when we say it in words, after that exclamation mark is used. For example, what a beautiful beach. This is just excitement. What a beautiful beach. So after that, at the end, exclamation mark is used. One more rule is there for exclamation, that is I am used after interjections. Interjections, the same thing. Interjection is used to express, again expressions, express a sudden burst of feelings. Sudden burst, the sudden feelings or emotions. Alas, hooray, wow, all these are sudden burst of feelings. So when these words are used, exclamation mark is used after them. So these were the rules we use for punctuation marks. These rules we use for punctuation marks, and there are certain rules when we write when to use capital letters. So we had learned the acronym, that is MINTS, and each letter stands for something. So we had learned about MINTS. What are MINTS? Okay, so now here M stands for months. So when we are writing names of months and names of day, we use capital letter like September and Sunday. First letter should be capital. Now when we write the word I, whenever we write the word I, that I should be always capital. Here I and here also I. N. Now N there are many things, that names of people, names of states, names of cities, names of countries. That means all proper nouns. Names means all proper nouns. The first letter should start with the capital letter. Again, now T stand for titles. Titles of what? Titles of books, titles of movies. We have to write the first letter capital. Then S. S stand for start of the sentence. Whichever sentence, the start of the sentence should be started with the capital letter. So these all mints or letters stands for specific word, and this is easy for us to remember, and that's why this acronym mints is used. So we let us solve a simple exercise based on this capital letters and punctuation marks. Now here, punctuation marks. End the sentence with correct punctuation mark. In each sentence, we have to identify whether we have to put this full stop, this exclamation mark, or this question mark. Okay, fine. First sentence. Did you say the meeting is now? What is this kind of sentence? It is a question. So what would be there? A question mark. Did you say the meeting is now? What do we understand by this? That it is a question. Now see second sentence, okay? It was my favorite movie. This is just a sentence. No expression or no question. God bless you. Here there is some expression. Then Kate was playing with his brother. Just a sentence, that's why full stop. Then number 5 is your birthday in January? Question mark. It is a question. Number 6. She is writing an essay. This is just a sentence. That's why full stop. What a movie. This is a expression, and that's why exclamation mark. Number 8. It was a chance to see the principal. Just a sentence. That's why it is there should be a full stop. Number 9. See, it is great. So some emotion, some expression is shown. It is great. So here what should be there? Exclamation mark. And number 10. How old was Kate last year? The question is asked, and that's why here a question mark should be there. So you understood? When the question is there, we have to use question mark. When it is just a simple sentence, then we have to use full stop. And when the sentence shows some emotions or burst of feelings, then we have to use exclamation marks. And sometimes, like the sentence third one, sometimes imperative sentences also exclamation mark is used. Okay. Now see the next one. Here, what is the question? Write the full stops and capital letters. Means we have learnt about mints. Okay. So we are going to use the mints here. See, first, my birthday is in January. Here, first start of the sentence, and this is month. Okay. So it is written in the answer. M should be capital and J. Okay. J for names of the months are written always in capital. Second, I come from Somalia. Here I should be always capital, and Somalia is a name of a country, and that's why S should be capital. Third, we start of the sentence. We come to college on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. W we have to write capital as the start of the sentence, and then Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, these are the names of the days, and that's why the first letters are written capital. Okay. Now number 4. Number 4 is Mary likes fish and Paul likes meat. Here there are two proper nouns, Mary and Paul. So both the first letter should be capital M and P, and at last full stop is used. So when we solve any exercise, we have to remember the rules and then we have to complete it. So we have learned about capitalization also, and we had revised about punctuation marks also. Okay. Okay students, after that we had learned about apostrophe. Apostrophe is to show the belonging. We had seen about when something belongs to someone, the apostrophe plus s is used. Okay, now see, there are some sentences like Harry's cat. So where is the apostrophe? Before s, here. Okay, it looks like a comma, but it is given above that letter. So Harry's cat. So what do you mean? That the cat belonging to Harry. Second, dog's tail. Here the apostrophe and s. So what do you mean by that? The tail belonging to the dog. Third, my brother's friend. What is the meaning here? That the friends of my brother, means apostrophe is used to show belonging. Okay, and after the apostrophe s is always added. Okay, now we have learned about apostrophe. Now there are certain rules, okay, because we might get confused between apostrophe and plural nouns. So let's see. See, apostrophes are used to indicate possession. Possession means belonging, that this is mine, this is yours. These are called possessions. So apostrophes are used to indicate the possessions. Second thing, apostrophes are not used to indicate plurality. We don't use apostrophe and s when we are showing plurals of anything. Okay, for example, here plurality only means the two police officers are smiling. Here two police officers. Here officers. Is it apostrophe s? No, there is no apostrophe plus s. It is a plural. It is not a apostrophe. There should be there can be a confusion between plural, because there also we use s, but in plurals that symbol, that sign of apostrophe is not used. Now in second example, this is apostrophe, single possession. One police officer's bed is brown. Here the beard that belongs to the officer is brown. So here it is showing the belonging. And how can we understand that it is showing a belonging? When there is apostrophe plus s. When there is apostrophe plus s. But when it is not apostrophe and s is there, that means it is a plural form of any word. Okay, fine. Now see here, you might get more clear that see, suppose a word is girl. Okay, suppose a word is girl. To show the possession, the apostrophe is used. So it is girls, right? But here girls, there is no apostrophe. That means there it is not showing the possession, it is showing the plural form. Second, calf. Calves means the thing that belongs to that calf. So it is a possession. Apostrophe s is a possession. And here calves, that means it is a plural, more than two calf, that is calves. Pony. Pony, when it is a singular and if it belongs to the pony, it is called ponies. Okay, and when we are talking about more than one pony, it becomes ponies. Here no apostrophe s, only plural s. Next example is child, right? So when we want to show the belonging of that child, we will use child's. Child's pen, child's pencil. Okay, so that becomes an apostrophe, becomes possession. But when it is children, there is no s, so it is very clear. Okay, mouse. Mouse is a singular noun. If you want to say mouse is whole, that belongs to the mouse, so it becomes apostrophe s. And the plural of mouse is mice. More than one mouse is mice. Okay, so got more clear about possession. Okay, possession. When we want to show the possession, we use this symbol apostrophe and then s. Okay, but when only s is there and if no apostrophe is there, it is a plural form. You can see in this next table. Okay, so it is clear now. Now students, in writing section in module 2 we had learnt about message writing. We had learnt about message writing. So why do we write a message? Yes, we write a message means message is a way to communicate or to share your thoughts and feelings. We can share our thoughts, we can share our feelings, right? So what kind of feelings we can share? So what are the situations? In the situations we can write message. So many times we find the message of apology, message to apologize. Apologize means to say sorry. So in which kind of situations we say sorry? Yes, see, everybody makes mistakes sometimes, and it is important to apologize when we do so. Whenever we do mistakes, it is very important to say sorry, to apologize. A short apology message will make both you and other person feel better. You will also feel better when you say sorry, and the person whom you have hurt will also feel good. So when you write a message of apology, say that you are sorry and also mention what you are sorry for, why you feel sorry. So there are some expressions we can use when we write a message of apology. So which phrases we can use, sentences? Yes, we can use I'm sorry for being late yesterday. Suppose you are late. So you can start your apology message by saying I'm sorry for being late, and later on you can write your excuse or your reasons to be late in your content. Second is I apologize for forgetting to. If you have forgotten something which your friends have told, so you can write the message of apology. Third is I am sorry I was rude to you. Sometimes without any reason we get rude towards someone, and this situation you can write with the reason that why you were rude with that another person. Next is I am sorry that my actions or words hurt you. Sometimes not deliberately, but we hurt someone. Our actions or our words hurt someone. In that situation also we can write message to apologize. So these are the certain situations we can write the message to apologize. Then see messages to express thanks. See here, messages to express thanks. So when what are the situations when we say thank you? See, we often been in situations where we have needed people to help us. When people help us. So writing a short message of thanks is a nice way to thank them for their help. So for that help we can write a message to say thank you. So here are some useful expressions. Here also some expressions we can use in our message writing. So what are those expressions? Thank you so much for. So whatever help that person has done, you can write it afterwards. Thanks so much for. Okay. Second, thanks a lot for. Whatever help the person has done, you can write it afterwards. Before that, you have to write thanks a lot for. Third, thank you, I really appreciate. Thank you, I really appreciate that you have helped me a lot in the situation. And the last one is thank you, I couldn't have dash without your help. So whatever work I couldn't have completed this work, I couldn't have done my work without your help. So these are the ways to express the thanks. And one more message, that is message to express sympathy. Here you can see the picture that what is the situation. You can express your sympathy. Here in the picture also you can see that the boy is fallen from his bicycle, or so that person, another boy is helping him. That is called a showing sympathy, and we can write it in the words also. So often when people go through difficult situations, when the message of sympathy is written, when the people go through difficult situation, they feel lonely. They feel lonely. They feel that nobody can understand their pain other than themselves. In this kind of situation, we can write a sympathetic message to let them know that you also care for them. You can include the following sentences. So which sentences we can include there? I am saddened by your loss, or I am with you in this time of sorrow. Then next is words cannot express how sad this makes me feel. So you can show your expression to that person that you are showing the sympathy. Then please know that my thoughts and best wishes are with you at this time, at the time of at the difficult time. So these are some situations when we write the messages, this message writing. So after message writing we had learned about a diary entry, right? So in diary there are certain rules to follow. See, whenever we write a diary, now why we write the diary? Yes. So see, what is a diary entry? A diary is notebook in which we can write about things that happening in everyday life. So when you are so happy, when you are sad, when there is something special happened in your day, you can mention it in your diary. You can mention your thoughts also. So that's why diary is written. We write diary entries to remember day-to-day things and to share our thoughts, share our feelings. Then you can share your hopes, disappointments and dreams with your diary. That means you are sharing it with yourselves through the diary. So what are the elements? There are certain rules to follow. The elements we have to remember, that what we have to write first, day and date. Whenever you start writing a diary, you have to write day and date. Then you have to give the salutation, that is dear diary. It will be always same for diary entry, that dear diary. After that there will be a content. Whatever things you want to enter in your diary becomes a content of the diary. Okay. Then at last you have to write your name. Here you will write your name at last when you finish writing the diary. This is the format of diary writing which we have learned. Then we had solved this exercise also in workbook. Okay. So we have revised our module. We have revised module 2. So let's see, or let's meet in our next video. Okay.